Well, hello again, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to another Pick a Card reading. In today's video, we're going to be reading for those of you who are in separation with your person or just haven't been in contact with them. And we're just going to try and see if you still have a chance with them, or just if the connection and relationship has a chance in general. You know, it doesn't matter if you've been separated by time or by distance. Sometimes there's still a chance for a reunion, and we're going to figure out if that's the case with your connection. Before we get started, as always, I want to make sure that you guys are checking in with yourselves and your bodies, and I want to remind you to have some water today. So if you haven't had a chance yet, I would love it if you took this as your reminder to go ahead and grab a sip of water. And also, if you've been sitting in the same position for too long now, or just for a little while, I would love it if you got up, walked around, relieved some of the tension on your muscles and joints. It'll just take you a second and your body will thank you. But without further ado, we have 4 piles in front of us here, and it's going to go left to right. So this is pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll give you guys a moment to meditate, breathe, pause the video if you need to, and think about which of these piles is calling you in. And then we'll go ahead and get started with pile 1. Okay, well, hello my beautiful friends who chose pile 1. So if you guys felt attracted to this piece of turquoise, then this reading is for you. We're going to try and find out if there's still a chance between you and your person. But the first thing that we're going to do is just draw a couple of cards to get a read on the overall energy that's surrounding your connection at this moment in time. So Spirit, what do we need to know about pile 1's connection with their person? And this reading is timeless, so it's just whatever time that you happen to come across this video. But Spirit, what do we need to know about pile 1's connection with their person? Okay, so we have the Devil in the reverse here. We have Strength and Judgment. Wow, okay. So this is all some major arcana. I'm definitely feeling like no matter how long you actually were in contact with your person, pile 1, this connection has had a really lasting effect on you. Maybe, you know, your person's effect on you has lasted longer than you were expecting. And I think that for a long time you just felt really tied to this connection, really bonded to the idea of the fact that your person was going to make things clear to you. They were going to come back, they were going to give clarity, they were going to say what was on their mind so that you could finally heal from the situation. But I feel like maybe you've given up on that idea with the Devil in the reverse here. I think that for a long time you were really stuck in the idea that you needed closure with this person, and now you're wondering whether or not you would be completely okay on your own, or if you really never got communication from them. I am sensing that this relationship had some toxic or manipulative vibes to it as well. It's possible that there wasn't really a clear definition of the relationship between you and your person. Maybe they were kind of popular, a lot of attention was on them, and there were a lot of people who were showing interest and affection towards your person, and maybe they were really entertaining that, flirting with other people, or just not allowing you the commitment that you deserve or the dedication that you deserve. You know, whether you had a clearly defined relationship or not, I am really sensing that you could have been alone with your thoughts a lot of the time, feeling like the affection you felt was one-sided, or just feeling like your person wasn't being really clear on whether or not they felt the same way towards you or were as dedicated to the relationship as you were. So you just had a lot of anxiety, you didn't really know where you stood, and your person wasn't really communicating clearly. We have Leo energy here with Strength, and we also have Devil, so that's Capricorn. I do feel like some karmic debts were repaid as a result of this connection. You know, even though there was a lot of anxiety going on, maybe some tension, some arguments, things along those lines, or again, just that painful confusion going on with where things were going or whether your person was dedicated to you. This was all clearing some karmic debts for you, and this has now initiated you into a higher frequency. I see you guys being very spiritual, pile 1. Maybe you've gone through an awakening very recently, and Your heart has really spoken to you. You have found your path in life. You've found your passion. You've done some creative endeavors. You've found a lot of your identity and who you are as a result of this connection. And you're wondering if you're ever going to get communication from your person. I'm definitely sensing that. I am also sensing maybe you have dreams about this individual, and every time you think that you're over it, you have dreams about them, and you're like, why am I having dreams about this person? Like, I totally thought that I was over this connection. I was over everything that happened, but now I'm still wondering if I'm going to get communication. Maybe this happened recently, but let's get some more information here on the question at hand. Is there still a chance between you? How are they feeling as well? Okay, we have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands coming out here. We're just gonna draw a couple more. We have the Star, another major arcana, you guys, and we have the Two of Cups. Wow, geez, okay. This is like a really big connection. I feel like this is just really spiritual and really important for you guys. I think that this person has led you on a spiritual path, whether they know it or not, and I feel like you've done the same for them, and you've each created a new relationship with yourselves. Like, respectively, you now have new relationships with yourselves, and it is as a result of this connection, whether or not things went poorly. I'm also sensing that it was your person that made it so things ended between you, and they maybe coldly cut off the communication, and it wasn't unexpected, but it was sudden. I think you guys were expecting this to happen, and you knew that it was inevitable, but it did sort of happen very quickly, and then suddenly there was, poof, like they were gone. This Star card here is Aquarius energy. I definitely feel like there's unfinished business here, and I do see a renewal coming forward for this connection, a revival, definitely. There's so much that needs to be said, and I think that when you guys were in contact, there was a blockage for the communication, and just for the general connection of your energy. You couldn't exchange energies freely. There was a blockage, there was something stopping you. A lot of it was shadow energy, shadow work that needed to be done, and maybe even karmic partners that needed to enter your guys' lives. But I'm definitely feeling like there was something that went unfinished. There was a blockage that has now been released, or it's in the process of being released over the course of this separation. You will come into contact again, and I feel like when that happens, things are going to flow really freely. You're going to understand everything, and it's all going to make sense, because your person's going to start openly sharing everything that maybe they weren't willing to share with you before. I definitely see, if you guys are wishing and just hoping, especially in the back of your mind, like unconsciously, spiritually, if you're just hoping that this person is going to come back and you're going to get some clarity and you're going to have like this clearly defined intimate relationship with them that you knew was possible before, I do see that coming forward for you guys. I see your wishes being fulfilled. I see this beautiful, powerful healing and manifestation energy coming forward for this connection, you guys. And I do see some soulmate energy here. The Two of Cups is giving me like soul contract. I feel like there is a contract between you of what's supposed to happen, the lessons you're supposed to teach each other, and how the timeline is supposed to go. I do feel like there's going to be some sort of beautiful reunion where you realize your place in each other's lives, you realize what you were meant for with each other, as opposed to what you were hoping for the first time around, with this false start energy that I'm seeing. I think that what you were envisioning for the connection was not possible, and that was for a reason. And whenever this person comes back into your life and they're able to freely express their true feelings, you will realize what their true place in your life was and how this connection was supposed to look. And I think just all of the reasons that this separation had to happen. I see your person currently desiring to speak with you. If it has been a long time, like I had said in the beginning, where at first you really thought that you were supposed to communicate again, and then you sort of had to give up on that idea because time passed. I feel like your person has been pondering everything that happened here, whether or not they're okay with just leaving it at that, and I don't think they're okay with leaving things the way that they were. They have a lot of inspiration and desire, especially right now, to pursue you again, pursue a relationship, maybe just a friendship. They want things to be okay between you. They wish that they were on good terms with you. They wish they could heal what happened between you so that you guys can actually live the potential of the connection. And I think they're also realizing just how deep and powerful and spiritual this connection was. I think you guys knew that all along, but they sort of treated it like, maybe you didn't matter to them, or maybe it was just this superficial relationship and they were choosing other people or acting as if, they could find someone else just like you. But I see them coming forward and realizing energetically that there is no one who fits into place with them the way that you do. They feel like you're their mirror image, their other half. No one understands them in the same way. No one connects with them in the same way. You bring them this sense of completion and fullness that they have to really fight for and pull out of other people. But for you, it just flows really easily. You have that X factor that they just haven't been able to find. And it's possible you guys were young when you first met as well, because I'm seeing this person as sort of childish and inexperienced and just wanting to do whatever their impulses call for at any given moment. And that really contributed to the downfall of the connection. But now they have matured emotionally in a lot of ways, and they're really realizing that this is a very powerful relationship. They're never going to find something as perfect as what I keep hearing. So yes, I do see you guys reuniting with your person, and I wouldn't just say that there's a chance, pile one. I feel like there is a destiny involved here. All of this major arcana, all of this beautiful renewal energy and healing energy, it is written in the stars that you and this person end up together again. And I feel like you are very spiritual people. You have a very heightened and in tune intuition, and you just know, even if there's no evidence in front of you to show for it, you just know in your heart of hearts that there's something there. There's something that's going to come, and there's something more that's going to happen between you. And I do see this renewal coming forward. But let's just get some more messages here. We're going to look at the Moonology Oracle. What else can we see about this connection? Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, so maybe you guys are aware of the path toward your person. Maybe you're being spiritually called toward this person through dreams, or called to this video even, and you know that it's time to reunite in some way. Spirit is calling you to take some action, extend an olive branch, or maybe try and reach out to this individual, or this could be a harbinger of some practicalities coming through that would logically support your intuition. So like, you might be intuitively thinking there's going to be a reunion, but there is no practicality to that thought. This could be spirit telling you that something's going to happen, something's going to change, something's going to give, that's going to show you the path toward your person and show you the way that you guys are going to connect with each other again. This is also full moon in Taurus. Maybe Taurus resonates with some of you guys. A time for healing, balsamic moon. The star coming up with this card also coming, really tells me that some divinely timed healing has happened here and is still happening. I do feel like the wounds that you're feeling here from this relationship, your person wants to come forward and heal them. They desire to do that. They're thinking about you. Maybe they're dreaming about you as well. But what's truly on their heart of hearts is some sort of truth, some sort of communication that's going to heal you. And I see them coming forward and wanting to do that. End of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. As I'm filming this video, we are in Capricorn season. We have the devil in the reverse here too, so I feel like maybe at the end of Capricorn season is when you guys are going to hear from your person, but the end of a tough cycle is approaching. I definitely feel like that's a huge sign when it's appearing alongside the devil in the reverse here. I do think that whatever stagnation, whatever blockages that were here, they are going to be lifted for you guys. Pile one, they are destined to be lifted, and it might be quite soon. Definitely some powerful energy here. We have reconsider. Okay. Listen to your intuition. Okay. Get more information. So, these are things that could be externally happening as well. Maybe Spirit isn't calling you guys to do it, but if you resonate in that way, then that makes sense. Maybe there are avenues for you guys to get more information. Maybe there are ways that you can reconsider your approach to this and more effectively create a bridge between you and your person. Or, you know, you're going to be getting some more information soon. You're going to be getting more intuitive ideas and urges that are going to help you along the path with this connection. It's really possible this is a soulmate or twin flame connection, because I do see a lot of divine healing happening here, a lot of divine timing being at play, and just this inner knowledge that you guys are meant to be together, pile one. Perfect timing. I was just talking about that divine timing, you guys. I do feel like that is what is involved, and it's important to recognize too that like anything that you will do in this connection, it was divinely timed. Everything happens for a reason, so there are no mistakes. You know, if you do something that maybe doesn't result in what you expected it to, or maybe doesn't result in a reunion right now, it's still divinely timed, and it's still one of the building blocks that's going to help you guys find your way. We also have no. So maybe you are feeling called to contact your person like literally right now. And I feel like you're feeling called to do that because things are going to happen soon. Things are coming soon, and you feel it all falling into place. So some of you might be wanting to take some action right now, pile one, but you kind of have to wait for the perfect timing and follow your gut feelings. If you are terrified to take that action and it's really difficult for you to muster up the courage, maybe that's a sign from Spirit that now isn't the right time. Whatever feels easy and whatever you just feel called to do is what you should be doing, but don't try to force things, and remember to respect that divine timing is at play. I do see a reunion here. I do see it as destined. I see your person thinking about you. I see them remembering this connection, feeling like it's unfinished, feeling like they are inspired to reach out to you and not really knowing how. And I do feel like you guys are in the last stretch before everything comes together and you understand what's happening and you find some beautiful healing here. So it is really important to listen to your intuition and remember not to force anything, you guys. Let's go ahead and close off the reading with some channeled messages from your person. Spirit, what would pile one's person say to them? What is on pile one's person's heart? We're just going to draw a few cards here and read them all together. So let me just get them all out here and then we can read them all at once. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling this one as well. Okay. So pile one for messages, we have, I still think about the last time we were intimate. Yes, I saw your person thinking about you, really thinking about this connection. They still think about the last time you connected. If you were physically intimate, they're thinking about that. So they're still thinking about this connection, pile one. I try really hard to conceal my feelings. We have that Aquarius energy with the star. Aquarius really holds that stoicism on their shoulders. So I feel like if you or your person are an Aquarius, this could be an aspect of what's going on here. I'm still healing my heart. Maybe they have some damage from their past that maybe doesn't even have to do with this connection, but resulted in them hurting you or treating you poorly. They're needing to heal their heart in order to come into a more beautiful union. You confuse me and I'm afraid of rejection. Maybe they don't know where they stand and, you know, they're just afraid to reach out. You are my soulmate. We have that Two of Cups. Something really divinely timed about this connection, pile one. Very beautiful messages coming forward on that. I am crazy about you. What else here? I admire your maturity. And we're going to draw a couple more. Okay. We have Kiss Me. And we have I never expected someone like you. Okay, pile one. The last thing we're going to do is just draw some zodiac and initial charms so you can get some confirmation this reading is for you. But if it doesn't resonate, that's fine as well. Spirit, what might apply to pile one in their situation? We're gonna do. Okay. So pile one for zodiacs, you guys got Sagittarius, Taurus. We have that full moon in Taurus card. Pisces. The Two of Cups associates with Pisces as well. Capricorn. Jeez. Oh, and Leo. We had Strength come out too. That's crazy. So a lot of confirmation for those signs, pile 1. We also have the letters P, N, J, U, N again, and W. So hopefully that resonated with you guys. If you didn't connect to the charms, but you connected to the rest of the reading, then it could definitely still be for you. It doesn't have to all resonate. If you really enjoyed this reading and resonated with it, I would love it if you left a like and subscribe for more content just like this. And I also love to hear your guys' stories, so I would love it if you left a comment telling me all about your situation. If any of you guys, pile 1, are interested in a private reading from me, you can reach out to me through my email. I'll have it in the description and in the comments, so you can get more information on private readings. And if any of you are interested in following me on TikTok, it's the same name as it is on here, Singing Dove's Tarot. I am making content on there intermittently, and I would love it if you followed me on there, but obviously there is no pressure. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing you the best, and please don't forget to drink some water. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, well, hello my beautiful friends who chose pile 2. If you guys felt attracted to this piece of amethyst, then this reading is for you, and we're going to try and find out if there's still a chance between you and your person. The first thing that we're going to do for you guys is just draw a couple of cards to get a read on the overall energy surrounding your connection at this moment in time. And these readings are timeless, so just whatever moment you end up watching this video. But Spirit, what do we need to know about pile 2's connection with their person? We have the Hierophant or the High Priest in this deck. The Three of Swords. And the Queen of Cups. Okay, interesting. So with the Hierophant coming up here, this is Taurus energy. I'm feeling pile 2 like someone betrayed a commitment here. You know, this Hierophant makes me feel like there was some sort of agreement. You or your person agreed on something. You may have said something, made a promise, and that promise got broken. You know, I feel like maybe your person went behind your back and did something they explicitly said that they wouldn't do, and it really hurt your heart. It's possible there was cheating involved here, or lying, something that was just really disrespectful to the relationship at hand. I do feel like there was love between the two of you. I'm getting this very overwhelming sense of emotion, a lot of depth, maybe a lot of time spent together, you know, memories that you share with each other. Maybe you've known each other for a long time but haven't been involved, or maybe you were involved in a relationship for a really long time. I am definitely sensing that this separation was confusing for you guys because you just have a lot of deep feelings toward this individual, and they took a lot of time to develop. You know, this was someone that you held near and dear to your heart, and their actions at the end of the connection, or, you know, whatever resulted in the separation, it was really confusing and really surprising in context with all of the things that you guys had shared with each other, all of the feelings that you had developed with each other. It just didn't really make sense. I am sensing something to do with money as well. It's possible this person taught you something about money or helped you financially, and it could be the other way around, but I'm sensing that there was money involved here. Maybe this person stole from you, or they betrayed your plans for money that you guys shared. But I am feeling like it would be weird if this person didn't think about you. Oftentimes, when we read into separation or no contact, I feel like sometimes people think that, their person didn't care about them at all, or they're not thinking about you, etc. But I feel like it would be really weird if your person wasn't thinking about you. This connection was just really deeply held for the both of you, and there were just so many memories and experiences involved that you changed them forever, and it would be really hard for them to just move on in their life and never be reminded of you. I think that you really planted some deep roots in their mind and in their soul, and it's going to be really hard for them to fully move on or not think of you. But let's take more of a look at how your person's feeling and whether or not there's still a chance here between you. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Or I'm sorry, this is the King of Pentacles, which is again some Taurus energy. This could be someone who's really financially well off, or they have a really good job. Maybe they're really high up in their career, or they could have just some really prestigious academic certifications, but something is making it so this is someone who's really financially secure, or they could just be a Taurus. I feel like they're doing really well in their career right now, or they're finally getting their boots on the ground, I'm hearing. Maybe they've felt really unstable for a lot of their life, or they recently transcended a phase of their life where they had to fight really hard to just stay afloat. And now they're finally finding some security in their financial status and just in their emotional state in general. I do feel like there maybe were some arguments between the two of you. You guys both seem to be really stubborn, and also really emotional people. So when you disagreed, the disagreements went really hard. They could have gotten really dramatic or really explosive. And I think that your person is just pondering and thinking about a lot of the things that have been said and words that have been exchanged between you, and wondering whether or not there is credence or like validity to some of the things that you've said about them, some of the things you said to them. They want to improve themselves, they want to be a better person, and I think they're really thinking on a lot of the things that you wanted from them and said to them, and wondering if you were right. We have the Ten of Cups and we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So I do definitely feel like there is a chance for this connection, but I'm sensing that it's necessary for you guys to have this phase of independence right now. In order for things to cool off, I feel like you could be really happy with your person and they could be really happy with you, but what's necessary for that to happen is some more time in between the tension that happened near the end of the connection, and whatever caused this separation needs more time to heal. I sense that you still have a really strong energetic connection with each other, and it's important that you know that those ties haven't been severed. Spirit wants you to know that you are still energetically connected with this person, your hearts are still connected, and you still have a desire to have a future with each other, to love each other, to have a family with each other. Maybe you are parents, and maybe you mutually have children with each other, because I'm really sensing that you have this desire to have a family with each other. But you guys really need some time on your own. You need some time to mature without this person by your side. Maybe you've known each other since you were young, or you've been together since you were young, so you never really had some time on your own to develop who you are. But I think that there are some necessary lessons that you need to learn through the journey of independence, pile 2. And this separation between you guys, it was caused by you guys growing in separate directions. I do feel like there's something that's incomplete between you, something that went unexplained. And I'm feeling like your person isn't ready to explain themselves, and that's part of the reason that you're not really receiving communication, because I see you guys really wishing and hoping for your person to just reach out to you or show you some signs that they care, and you're not really receiving that, and it's hurtful for you. But I think that it's because they're not ready to have the conversation that you need them to have. I definitely see, I'm strongly seeing a future here. I'm strongly seeing your person being the one to reach out as well. I feel like you guys don't really need to do much other than sort of sit in the silence and process, you know, these emotions and events that spirit and the universe is giving to you right now, because it's going to influence who you are as a person, and it's part of your journey toward your purpose. But all you need to do is receive and process and internalize the energies that are in front of you right now. That's really what I'm sensing. You don't have to take control. You don't have to fight for the connection. You don't have to reach out. This person is going to come forward and be the one to reach out to you guys, pile 2, because they have their own thing that's going on with them, their own battle that they're fighting within themselves, and they need to get a control of that before they're able to fully understand their connection with you and fully appreciate that connection enough so that it provides them with the happiness that it has the potential to provide them with. Because I think that they just really weren't appreciating your presence in their life, and now they really do realize how much you provided them with this stability and this comfort and this just emotional energy. You know, you really were able to fill their cup and make them feel optimistic and motivated and happy in a lot of ways, and they're not satisfied with where they're at in life now without you, pile 2. So I do see them having this strong desire to come forward and connect with you, but feeling a need to overcome some mental issues, some damage that they've been going through. I think that there's like this cycle of depression maybe, or just mental illness, this blockage that makes them feel like they can't fully appreciate what's in front of them in their life, and they've been dealing with that for a really long time. You know, this lack of appreciation for the blessings that are in front of them, this lack of ability to feel happiness, feel joyful. Like it feels like they're constantly anxious or in pain, or, you know, there's just this weight that's on their shoulders that they haven't been able to process. So I see them really taking some time to process that situation before they're able to come be in this relationship again. But once they're done with that, you know, I do see something really stable happening here. But Spirit really wants me to tell you guys, pile 2, that they're not happy. They are not happy on their own. They're not satisfied with the choice that they have made to be on their own. They wish that they hadn't have done that, or they wish they wouldn't have initiated a separation here or allowed it to happen, because they feel like they are experiencing a loss, a very big and important loss here, with losing this connection and with losing you. And they don't really know if they're able to reach out, if they're able to make things right. Definitely need some time. So Taurus coming out on the board here. This could even insinuate Taurus season. Could be when your person comes forward. I'm pretty sure that's April 22nd to late May. I don't know the specific date, but yeah. So like April to May of 2022 could be a possibility. Or if you're watching this at a time where, you know, you're not as close to Taurus season, maybe that doesn't resonate. This could also mean that your person could be coming forward to communicate as a result of a tradition that you guys share with each other. So maybe there's something you guys do every year, your birthday, their birthday, something along those lines is when you're going to receive some communication here. That could definitely be a possibility, but take what resonates. I do feel like this time that your person needs, at the time you're watching this video, pile 2, I'm sensing that it's only a few more months. And then you're going to see a lot of development for this connection. So it's gonna come, but there will be a few more months before you hear from your person. You guys, new moon in Taurus, prosperity lies ahead. The Taurus energy is strong, you guys. The answers you need are coming. Full moon in Gemini. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. So I feel like you guys are feeling a lot of confusion. Maybe you have this intuitive idea that your person, that you and your person were meant to be together, that you were meant to have a family together, you were meant to be endgame, and now that you've witnessed the destruction of this connection, you're a little bit confused because you just felt so confident and stable in the idea that this person was your future. So I'm really sensing that a lot of you guys, you had this intuitive idea that this is your person and this person was your future, and I am sensing that everything's gonna make sense soon. When it comes to court cards, they're each their own element. So the Queen of Cups is the water aspect of water. So water signs could definitely be involved in this connection as well. Obviously, deep emotions play a part too, but Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer could resonate with some of you guys. I'm going to draw some more Moonology cards. The energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. Libra could also resonate with you guys. Trust. Yeah, maybe there's a gut feeling or an intuition that you guys need to trust, or you should just trust the universe that the blessings you deserve are coming forward for you, and you're not going to lose the best things in your life or the things that once brought you happiness, pile 2. Forgiveness and choose a new direction. I feel like spirit and divine timing isn't going to allow you to sit and dwell on this connection or again like try and take action or take control of the situation. You have to go with the flow, and you have to allow yourself to experience what's in front of you rather than trying to create a new reality based on your vision of how you thought it was supposed to go. I feel like you guys sometimes have trouble, pile 2, with allowing fate and destiny to happen as it's supposed to. You get caught up in that mental trap of all the different things you could have done differently, or all of the different ways it should have gone, or what you can do to change the outcome, or what you could have done. And you have to realize that like you obviously can't anticipate everything that is going to happen. That's the beauty of, you know, living your life as a human through this human experience, is that you aren't going to anticipate everything that's going to happen. Sometimes things are going to be painful or unexpected, and that's just part of the gift of the human experience, and it is something that can be appreciated when you look at it through the right lens. So with that Queen of Cups, I'm really sensing that you guys need to just sit in this stillness, and it's important that you just embody some receiving energy and just really process and internalize everything and allow yourself to go with the flow. But let's close out this reading with some channeled messages from your person. Okay, so we have, I can't seem to get you off my mind. They definitely are thinking about you. A strong message here was that they haven't forgotten about you. Let me just draw some more cards here and we'll read them all at once. Okay. Okay. So something that popped out is I wish we talked more. I'm sensing some of you are angry to see this message. Maybe your person is the one that cut off communication like unexpectedly. Because I'm sensing some of you are like, what do you even mean you wish we talked more? You're the one who's not talking to me. But again, I feel like something's stopping them. They just don't feel ready to have the conversation, but they wish they were ready. You remind me of childhood. Definitely sensing for you guys, you've known this person like a really long time. Ooh, keep accidentally touching that, not sure why. Okay, and we've got, you really hurt me. Or maybe this is an acknowledgement that they really hurt you. You remind me of who I truly am. It is the realest thing I've felt in a long time. Something has changed between us. I care a lot more than you think. And we're going to draw a couple more. I love the idea of making a life with you. You always amaze me with the things you do and say. Beautiful messages here, pile 2. I do see a reunion coming. I do see a few months, and you and your person really connecting on a much deeper level and really idealizing a future between you. This connection is really strong and deeply rooted. But let's draw some zodiac and initial charms. The last thing we'll do. Spirit, which of these might resonate for pile 2? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have Libra. I think one of the Moonology cards had Libra on it. We have Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, and what do you know, Taurus. And then we have the letter B, Z, X, Q. Interesting, I really get so many of those letters. F, G, and D. So hopefully those resonated with some of you guys, but you don't have to connect with the charms. It's just an add-on to the reading. So if you resonated with the rest of the reading, it could definitely be for you guys, pile 2. If you really enjoyed the reading, I would love it if you like this video and subscribe for more content just like this. And if any of you guys are interested in a private reading from me, then I will have my email in the description and in the comments so that you guys can contact me for some more information. And if any of you guys are interested in following me on TikTok, it is the same name as it is on here, Singing Doves Tarot, and I will be posting intermittently on there, but no pressure. And I would love it if you guys could tell me more about your situation in the comments. I love hearing your stories about how the reading applied to you. So if you want to leave me a comment telling me all about it, that is greatly appreciated. But I am wishing you guys the best. I'm rooting for you, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please don't forget to drink some water. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, well, hello, my beautiful friends who chose pile 3. If you guys felt attracted to this piece of pyrite, then this reading is for you, and we're going to try and see if there's still a chance for the connection between you and your person. The first thing that we're going to do for you guys is just draw a couple of cards to get a read on the overall energy that's surrounding your connection at this moment in time. And this reading is timeless, so this is just in regards to whenever you watch this video. But Spirit, what do we need to know about pile 3's connection with their person? We have the 6 of Pentacles. We will draw a couple more. The Knight of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, pile 3. I'm sensing that when you guys were in contact with your person, it's possible you weren't really sure where things were going between you, and you weren't really sure of the definition of your relationship. I'm sensing more of a friendship energy than romantic, and maybe you guys wanted something more, but you weren't really sure where your person stood. Or it could have been a false start where romance may have been introduced into the connection, but then things didn't necessarily go as planned. With this Knight of Swords here, I see someone running away in fear. I'm hearing the words avoidant attachment. It's possible that this person just really felt uncomfortable with the intimacy and the commitment that could have been proposed here as things were getting more intimate between you. I definitely feel like there's a lot of communication at the start, like a lot of compatibility as well. You might have a really similar sense of humor to your person, or maybe some similar interests that made it so you could talk like for hours and like for a really long time, because I'm really getting that the both of you for a while were really interested in developing this relationship and talking to each other, and it was just this really powerful partnership between the two of you, even if romance wasn't completely introduced. And I am sensing that something was just really overwhelming for your person, or it could be the other way around. Maybe you ended off this connection, pile 3, because you were just too overwhelmed by the other person's energy. But I'm sensing that someone really ran away out of just fear of where things were going, and they were really overthinking things to the point where they just couldn't see them clearly, and they needed to get away from the situation because that's how they find emotional comfort, is by receding into themselves or isolating. They just feel their most vulnerable when they enter into a commitment or into a relationship with somebody. So it just wasn't something they were ready to do with you guys, but I'm sensing that your person just really cared. I'm sensing they really still think about this situation. They still think about this connection. They want to do something. They want to say something, but they don't know what to say. They don't want to just rush in and say whatever and mess everything up, because they know that there is something that needs to be said, an apology that needs to be made between you. But they don't know what to say. They don't know how to word it. And they are really afraid of like messing it up and saying the wrong thing. So they want to really think about it and wait until they're ready before they communicate. But let's go ahead and draw some more cards for you guys, pile 3. I'm seeing this person really sitting and like, they're unhappy with themselves. They're unhappy with where the connection was left off. They feel like this was just this really beautiful friendship or relationship that could have become something more, but they just weren't ready for that. And maybe they tried to set a boundary of some kind and you guys pulled away. But I just do feel like a boundary was set, like between a friendship and a romantic relationship, or just the relationship getting more serious. There was a boundary set that made it so the relationship couldn't get more serious. And this is what really caused the separation here. We have the moon. Okay, and this is Pisces or Cancer energy. We have the 8 of Pentacles. We have the 3 of Cups. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. So pile 3, you know, again, I'm getting that sense of feeling really just overwhelmed. Maybe this person is inexperienced romantically. They haven't explored the kind of relationship that you guys have to offer, one that is really serious and really intimate. It's not something they're familiar with, and they're just really afraid to enter into that terrain because they don't know how to navigate it. They don't know how to act. They don't know how to carry themselves, and they're afraid to like embarrass themselves. They just need a lot more experience in order to feel confident in this realm, pile 3. And I feel like they're really intimidated by you as well. Maybe you guys have had a lot of romantic or physical experiences with other people, whereas this individual, they really don't know how to navigate that type of situation, and it makes them really overwhelmed and really nervous. You know, I'm getting this like child at heart type of energy. They like to put on this facade like they're a lot more experienced or like they know what's going on, but then with you guys, it's just hard because they feel like you expect something from them and they don't know how to give it to you, and they're kind of embarrassed by that. It's possible you work with this person or you go to school with them. You know, that could be how you met. And again, I'm getting this like friendship energy. It's possible that there is someone else involved as well. That contributed to your person getting overwhelmed, but obviously take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Definitely for some of you guys, pile 3, this 3 of Cups alludes to you guys having a friendship together. For others, it could mean that your person was overwhelmed because they felt like there were multiple people interested in them at once and they didn't really know what decision to make, so they kind of isolated themselves and didn't make a choice at all. The 2 of Pentacles would definitely you know, be some supporting logic for that theory. I keep hearing from Spirit that inevitable. Like, I feel like you guys, through this 8 of Pentacles, I'm sensing a lot of you go to school with this person, you work with this person, something along those lines, and you're gonna be, I just keep seeing 2 people like trapped in the same building together. So I feel like you are inevitably going to be in contact with this person again. You're going to know this person through mutual friends maybe. And even if you move on in your lives right now, I definitely see you guys, pile 3, like you're gonna have to communicate with this person again, even if it's like years from now. I see them coming back into your life, and I see you guys really communicating. Just as time goes on, naturally you might fall into place together, fall into a relationship with each other, just by association and by forced association. But let's get some more information with the Moonology Oracle on whether or not this connection still has a chance. Because while it is inevitable in the future that I feel like you guys are going to end up in communication, I'm sensing that maybe there's going to be a long separation here. I'm sorry to deliver that news. A new start is coming, new moon. Yes, definitely. I sense a new start will happen. We have a win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. Libra could resonate with some of you guys as well. Bring love into the situation. New moon is in Aquarius. And the Knight of Swords also alludes to Gemini or Libra. So, definitely a lot of air energy here. I do feel like you or your person could be air signs, or just like the communication here was the biggest part of the relationship. I am sensing that very strongly. I think that this connection will experience a renewal whenever your person is ready to bring love into the situation. And that might take some time for them, just depending on who they are and how much experience they have with allowing themselves to do that. A win-win outcome is forecast really tells me that, well, first of all, I feel like that alludes to a soul contract of some kind of destined contract between you where, you know, you have an agreement on an energetic level to see each other again and to have a new start and to be in each other's lives and influence in some way. You really are able to see each other as equals and respect each other as equals. And if that wasn't part of the dynamic in the past, pile 3, I see that coming forward in the future. And I see love coming in the future for this connection. I do think you have like this really strong chemistry. Like it doesn't matter how much time you spend without each other. If you begin to talk again, you will immediately be able to riff off of each other and have a conversation and just have that like vibe and that frequency between you, because you just really share that same frequency and you really can just like be instant friends with this person. You just have that chemistry, you have that connection. It is impossible to be destroyed, you know, like they say energy can't be created or destroyed. You know, you can't create a real connection with someone and you can't destroy one. I feel like you guys, pile 3, you have this beautiful real connection with your person, and even if you're in separation, spirit wants you to know that that can't be destroyed. Like when you do end up in contact with your person again, it's gonna pick up right where it left off. You don't have to worry that you're gonna become strangers or something along those lines. But I am sensing it's going to be some time for you guys. I feel like even though this is something that's inevitable, and that there will be a new start, Spirit wants you to know that you can rely on that truth and you can know that that's coming. It might take some time. And all that I'm hearing is longer than you expect. So, you know, maybe you expect for it to happen really soon, some kind of reunion here. But it's going to take just a bit longer than you expect. We're going to draw some cards from the Angel Answers Oracle. Remain positive. Okay, these two are popping out. Recovery. Be assertive. Okay. So I feel like this relationship can be recovered, but you might have to make the first move when it comes to a reunion between you. You know, when you see your chance, when you see your opportunity, Spirit wants you to know that it's important to be assertive. So it won't just be your person reaching out to you. You might have to do something, maybe get a third party or find an excuse to talk to them or something along those lines. And I'm sensing that you guys will know the opportunity when it comes. You'll know it when you see it. If it feels wrong, if you have to just really, really think about it and you don't really know how you could possibly be in contact with your person right now, then it's not time for you to take action. But we have you're ready. So a lot of you guys could already have that gut feeling, that intuitive feeling. There's something better. Okay, so maybe this was some divine protection here, the separation between you and your person. because you're meant to stumble upon something better during this separation. And maybe once you find that better thing, you will be a lot more ready to enter into this connection with your person with a level-headed approach. But now maybe isn't the time to view things in the most realistic way, pile 3. You know, maybe you're not viewing things clearly because of whatever emotional state you might be in right now, whatever financial or physical or emotional circumstances you could be in right now. Things could be skewing your viewpoint when it comes to the way that you should approach this relationship, or what it means to you, what it means to your life, as well as like where you stand and who you are. So I feel like you're sort of allowing your identity to shift and change as a result of this person and this connection. And you're destined for a different journey when it comes to your self-realization. That's what I'm feeling, is like your identity and the development of who you are is destined for another relationship and another journey right now. I do see this person coming back into your life, but I see, you know, a completely new start. I see you approaching them in a completely different way with the context of the information that you will have at hand as a result of a new experience coming forward here in this meantime. But let's go ahead and draw some channeled messages. But yeah, I feel like when you and your person reunite, you're gonna be a new person. You're gonna have a lot more wisdom to draw from, and you are going to realize how your approach to the connection now was a little bit flawed and maybe a little bit naive, and how you maybe lost yourself or your identity a little bit before. A lot more like strength, I feel, and centeredness coming forward for you. I'm just going to draw a bunch of messages so we can read them all at once. So Spirit, what does pile 3's person want to say to them right now? What is true to pile 3's person's heart? What does pile 3 need to know from their person? Okay, wow. A lot popping out here. We will read them all. So we have kiss me. That's a beautiful message. You are my soulmate. I am crazy about you. I love the idea of making a life with you. You are on my mind this week. You changed my life forever. You mean everything to me. I still feel your presence in my heart. I'm still healing my relationship with love. And we have, I am still healing my heart, as well as I still think about the last time we were intimate. Okay, pile 3, hopefully you resonated with those. We are going to just draw some zodiac and initial charms to close out the reading. Okay, and we'll do one more of each. Okay, pile 3 for zodiacs, you guys got Sagittarius, Aquarius, Aries, Gemini, Cancer, and Capricorn. And for initials, you got the letter T, B, E, R, A, W, and Y. Hopefully some of those charms connected with you guys, but you don't have to resonate with the charms. If the rest of the reading connected with you, you can definitely claim it as being meant for you. But that is all that I have for your reading today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it, that it was helpful, and that you resonated. If you did resonate with this reading, I would love it if you liked this video and subscribed for more content just like this. And if any of you guys, pile 3, are interested in a private reading from me, then I'll have my email email in the description, and I'll post it in the comments so you guys can contact me there for some more information. And if any of you are interested in following me on TikTok, I will be posting intermediately on there. It's the same name as it is here, Singing Doves Tarot. So I would love it if you followed me on there, but obviously no pressure. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing you the best, and please don't forget to drink some water. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, well, hello, my wonderful friends who chose pile 4. So if you guys felt attracted to this piece of clear quartz, then this reading is for you, and we're going to try and find out if there's still a chance between you and your person. The first thing we're going to do for you guys, pile 4, is just draw a couple of cards to get a read on the overall energy surrounding your connection at this moment in time. And these readings are timeless, so just whatever moment you are finding this video. But Spirit, what do we need to know about pile 4's connection with their person? Okay, we have the Chariot, the 10 of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. So the Chariot is Cancer energy, so you or your person could be a Cancer, but obviously take what resonates. I'm sensing that a lot of you guys were really not expecting the way that this connection ended. I think that your person made you feel really safe. They made you feel like you had a home in them, and then suddenly things changed and your view of them is completely different now. You're wondering if they're a lot less pure-hearted than you once thought, because I'm feeling like a lot of you guys saw this person as someone who was really nurturing, really loving, just a really kind and generous and genuine individual. But then whatever happened here made it so you feel like there was something really sinister behind the scenes that you hadn't noticed before. You know, maybe they betrayed you in some kind of way, or just their leaving your life was really it rubbed you the wrong way. It was really unexpected. It was really surprising. And it made you, you know, sort of lose your ability to trust a lot of people just moving forward. Like the way you're approaching trusting people is now with a lot more hesitance, because you're like, I literally did not believe that this person would do what they did to me, or leave the way that they did, or leave as unexpectedly as they did. And now I don't know if I can trust anyone. I definitely feel like you just don't understand how this same person that you once saw as super nice and kind could have hurt you in the way that they did. I feel like they maybe said something, some words were exchanged that cut really deep for you guys. Maybe you shared something that was extremely sensitive for you, and then they disrespected that information or that aspect of your personality, pile 4. But I'm getting that the words that were exchanged specifically were extremely harsh and extremely uncaring and cold in comparison to how warm and loving the relationship was beforehand. Just something really cold-hearted happened here. I do think you just kind of wish that you had like a bigger perspective on the situation. You're sort of questioning your perception of things along the way. Like, was I interpreting this correctly? I don't really know why this person, you know, would have acted the way that they did. I thought that we had something just real and really deep. We have the Knight of Pentacles. We're just going to draw a few more here for you, pile 4. The 8 of Cups. The 3 of Cups. And the 4 of Swords. And the Page of Swords also popped out here. We're going to put that down as well. Okay. So maybe there was like physical movement that happened here for you guys, pile 4. I'm sensing for some of you, maybe you shared a home with your person and your person left that home. Maybe not the same actual like building, but maybe they left your hometown. I'm sensing somebody traveled unexpectedly. They went somewhere really far, and it was far enough to just really end the relationship for a lot of you guys. Maybe this person is in the army. You know, I'm sensing someone feeling a responsibility or, you know, doing something dutiful. You know, they left for work or something along those lines. With the 3 of Cups here, I feel like, you know, for some of you, this could mean that your person cheated on you. I'm definitely sensing that energy. For others, it's possible that they like were in a relationship without you being aware that they were in a relationship, or, you know, they were in another relationship and happened to choose somebody else. I see you during the span of this connection wondering where you stood, wondering if you were, you know, genuinely an important person in your person's life, pile 4. And you felt like all of the evidence suggested that they would choose you or they would prioritize you, and then they simply didn't do that. You know, I am feeling like they want to heal what happened here. They wish that you guys were on good terms. They wish you were still friends or that they could talk to you. They got a lot out of their conversations with you, out of being around you. They saw the same potential that you did as well. I feel like Spirit really wants you guys to know that, pile 4. Your person saw a really strong potential for this connection, and they are not someone who takes that lightly. They're not someone who just talks to someone or associates with someone in the way that they did with you. They don't do that casually. This was something really big. The sheer fact of their talking to you and associating with you the way that they did was a really, really big step for your person, and it's not something they take lightly. And it means that you meant a lot to them, but I feel like they just had this damage, these old patterns, these wounds that had gone unhealed, and they needed to walk away from the connection, or they needed to do something to feel like they could escape from a feeling of suffocation or feeling trapped, or like they didn't have any options. And it's like whatever they did to you, Spirit wants you to know that your person felt like they needed to for their mental health, and it wasn't really about you, and it wasn't that they didn't feel like their connection with you wasn't important. Like they had a genuine desire to make you happy. They had a genuine desire to stay faithful and committed to you, and they wanted to be a positive presence in your life. It was just that they were dealing with their own stuff and they felt a need to do what they did for their own reasons, but it wasn't about you. It didn't mean they thought less of you. It didn't mean they didn't care about you. Or at least that's how your person feels, okay, pile 4? But I'm sensing that there is going to be a replenishing of the energy that you lost as a result of this connection. You will get your energy back. You will get your sacrifice back, but I don't feel like you guys are going to end up together. I see this person coming forward and healing the wounds that they created in you. Maybe explaining themselves, maybe that's all that you need. Maybe telling you that you're worth it. Maybe that's all you'll need for closure. They will come forward and give you some kind of gesture, pile 4. But I don't see an extended relationship forming between the two of you. And I feel like a lot of you intuitively know that. You know that you're not necessarily compatible with this person. And I think you realize now that like the relationship really wouldn't have worked out either way. Now knowing who they really are, and their reasons behind the things that they've done, I think a lot of you know that the relationship wouldn't have worked either way. You guys weren't really compatible in that way. And I think you're each meant for different people. But I do see your person coming forward and having some kind of conversation that really heals the connection. Heals the wounds that were brought about because of the connection. But maybe not necessarily making it into something more. I don't really see like a friendship forming. I don't think that's possible between you now. And I don't see a romance forming either. I kind of see you guys going on separate paths. And I see you both feeling fulfilled on those paths. You know, I'm sensing that you're just not meant to be with each other, pile 4. But obviously take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if this doesn't really resonate to your situation, you can always choose another pile. But I think that for those of you that this message is for, I'm strongly sensing that you know deep inside that that's true. That even if, you know, this person were to come forward and communicate, there's not that much of a chance for the connection to be healthy, to be secure. They've done something that sort of destroyed your trust in them forever. Like, I don't think there would be any moment in time where you would trust them in a relationship. If they were to return to you and offer that to you guys, pile 4, I feel like a lot of insecurity would come into play, a lot of self-questioning, a lot of questioning of your person. It would just take so much work from the both of you in order to establish the trust that is necessary for a healthy and happy relationship. You wouldn't feel peace with this person. And for some of you guys, I feel like the nature of the way things started even, it started with this sort of dynamic where you weren't going to be able to trust them. And so I'm feeling like Spirit really wants to just confirm that in you, because a lot of you already know that there's no way things could be good between you. There's no way you would be happy in a relationship with this person with everything that's happened up until now. But I do see you finding peace and finding healing. I see you hearing from them again and finding healing from whatever it is that they say. But I'm not certain I see romance or a relationship. But let's go ahead and look at some more cards. We'll look at the Moonology Oracle. We have Hold Your Vision, Fixed Moon. Confidence is your key to success, New Moon in Leo. And this could just be an affirmation from Spirit too, to only pursue relationships and paths that reinforce your confidence rather than tear it down. And if you can feel in your heart that a relationship with another person has you questioning yourself, where you stand, who you are, what you should be doing in order to get them to like you, etc., then that's not the place that you should be, because you can be very successful in environments that allow you to be confident in yourself and to trust in yourself. Prosperity lies ahead, New Moon in Taurus. I see a lot of beautiful things that you're destined for, pile 4. Definitely. I feel like if you take it as harsh news that this connection won't become something romantic, you are going to be really thankful for the fact that that's true later on, because of the beautiful blessings that are going to be coming forward for you guys, pile 4. Wow, so we have the Angel Answers Oracle. First card that came out was No. And then the next card that came out was Yes. So I feel like Spirit is saying no, but yes, you know, this connection may not have a chance, but what you were looking for in this connection, yes, you're destined for that. That is the blessing that you're meant for, and you're never going to be denied what belongs to you. Listen to your intuition. And we have these two. We have Wait, and the situation will improve. So take the messages however they resonate. Maybe the way that I interpret the cards isn't the way you interpret the cards, and that can be the case as well. But we're going to grab some channeled messages. I'm just going to draw a few at once so we can read a few. Spirit, what does pile 4's person need to say to them? What is true to their person's heart? Which messages are true to pile 4's person and their heart? Okay. So we will start with the top one. You light a fire inside me. I thank God every day that you're in my life. or maybe that you were in their life, that you influenced them. I feel so good about myself when I'm around you. That could be a specific message for some of you. I know sometimes this card has come up for me, you know, in connections where I felt like I was giving and not receiving, and I was trying to make somebody feel good about themselves so that they would like me, you know what I mean? So, you know, some of you guys could resonate with that in the sense of like, you know, this person liked to communicate with me or be around me because I am that giver in relationships. It scares me to get too close to you. I wait by the phone hoping I will hear from you. I get excited to talk to you. I know I was wrong. It's killing me to stop myself from talking to you. You can trust me. I just want to talk to you. Wow. And I act like I don't care, but I do. So wow. Pile 4, your person really wants to talk to you. There's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. Maybe just from whatever happened here, you guys are the ones that cut off communication. It's really possible you're not allowing this person to apologize for something they've done, or maybe you've cut things off completely. Again, I think a lot of you intuitively feel like this connection isn't for you, but your person wants to make things right. I think they want to do something to make it better. They want to have a conversation. They want to make an apology. Part of me is sensing that a lot of you guys, like their version of an apology that makes them feel at peace about the situation is not your version of an apology that would make you feel at peace in the situation. So take that however it resonates. But I do feel like you will talk with this person again. They will reach out to you. They will communicate. You will hear from them. But again, I just don't feel like there is a real chance for this connection romantically because you guys have lost trust so significantly. Okay, pile 4. We're just going to close off this reading with some initial and zodiac charms. Ooh, a lot of zodiacs came out there. Let's just grab some letters. I'm gonna try and specifically grab and okay. So pile 4, you guys got Sagittarius, Cancer, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Aquarius again, Virgo again, and Taurus. And then for letters, you guys got N, A, B, I, S, and G, and you got the letter Q twice. So hopefully those charms resonate with some of you guys, but obviously they don't have to. It's just a cherry on top of the reading. But if the rest of the reading resonated with you and these didn't, then that is completely fine. I hope you enjoyed this reading, pile 4. I hope you resonated with it, and I hope that it was helpful. If you did enjoy it, I would love it if you left a like on this video and subscribed to my channel for more content just like this. And if any of you guys are interested in a private reading from me, I have my email in the description and in the comment section so that you guys can contact me there for some more information. And also, if any of you are interested in following me on TikTok, I do make some content on there intermediately, but there is no pressure at all. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm rooting for you. I'm wishing you the best, and I hope you remember to drink some water. Okay, bye-bye.